it's silly to hear people saying, you don't believe that HIV causes AIDS? You don't believe that? I mean,
there is a group of AIDS denialists that say that HIV does not exist and has never been isolated, which is as bizarre as it gets.
The probable cause of AIDS has been found.
Credit must go to our eminent Dr. Robert Gallo, who produced this discovery.
Gallo said he had all these viruses, and it was a lie.
These are HIV here?
Yeah.
Oh, so are these HIV too?
Yeah.
Everything's
Probably. Yeah.
The presently available data does not prove the existence of HIV.
if a postdoc were to write a review of their literature that showed without much doubt that HIV was the cause of AIDS, that guy would be famous. Now there's 100,000 guys out there who've had the opportunity. Just 10 years has passed. We've been waiting for this star postdoctoral fella to distinguish himself forever and get a lifelong grant. Just because Bob Gallo gets up, takes his sunglasses off and says, "Gentlemen, you discovered the cause of AIDS." That's all we have. New York Times article, CDC report, that's all we have. That's not enough.
AZT is an antiretroviral drug that became the first drug approved for the treatment of AIDS and HIV infection in 1987. It was originally intended to treat cancer, but it failed to show efficacy and had unacceptably high side effect profiles. However, the unavailability at that time for alternatives to treat AIDS affected the risk-benefit ratio greatly.
They're all based on chemotherapies that have been developed 30 years ago, long before AIDS was known to kill human cells. Chemotherapy is restricted to a few months in the hope the cancer dies before you die.
If you started taking any other chemotherapeutic agent for the rest of your life, it would be that agent probably that killed you. You know, when you give chemotherapy to somebody with cancer, you give them a round of it for maybe 14 days or a few days. Hopefully you're not going to kill the patient, you're going to kill the cancer. The way to get rid of AIDS is to stop funding it. We don't have AIDS. You want to study any one of those diseases by itself, try to cure it, we'll talk about that.
If we can be gulled into invading Iraq for no purpose, we can be gulled into avoiding true and honest further research on AIDS. So it's all part of the crimes that big government can commit.
It seemed to me that we could not blame everything on a single virus.
I am a South African, and before moving to New York to pursue a career in film, I specialized in AIDS public health. When apartheid was overthrown, my colleagues and I really had renewed hope that the epidemic could be contained. And sadly, the opposite happened, and we watched it spiral out of control. So on some level, I think State of Denial is my attempt to make sense of what went wrong, what happened.